Hey, welcome everyone to the Tesla D event. There's been a lot of speculation as to what the D stands for.
Okay, so that's a done deal. We agree on that. Shall we shake hands on it? No? Okay. Uh, yeah? No. High five. At least give me a high five. Come on. Uh, okay. Uh, I have my viewers waiting for me, and so I'll leave you here for a minute, and I'll talk to you later. Uh, you're not talking, you're not saying anything. Is that you're upset with me? Come on. Okay. Okay. So sorry about that. Here we are, back in the channel, trading with Tesla, and if you check my other channel. Financial Learning with Tesla, you will see that I found this new portfolio tracker that I believe is really good. I used to use Yahoo Finance app, and I thought it was a bit limited, although you have many of the same options that you have in this one. But the one that I like the most is these charts and the pre-market and post-market, or the other way around actually. If you look at it, it's post-market and pre-market. So I'm going to refresh it just to be sure we're up to date. And if you take a look at this, it's really powerful. It's really good. The other thing I like that you cannot see in the app is the date range. So it tells you where you are from opening to close. So that's for yesterday. So in a few minutes, in 5 minutes, the market will open and all this will get updated. So at the moment, we can see which are the companies that are pre-market going down and up, and we can sort by them. So if we check, for example, Gilt, and we open Gilt here, Gilead Science, we can see that is going down 325. The strange thing, it says that post-market yesterday, it was minus 9.3. And if we check it out here, it's minus 332, which is different. So I don't know if that's correct, how much you can rely on this. So at the moment, the interesting thing is the pre-market. So we see in our portfolio, this Gilt is going down, this stock. So we might want to do something about that. Then you have my normal portfolio. So if I sort by losers, let's say, which ones we need to take care of. I don't see Gilt in here, that's funny. Okay, it is here, right here. Actually, I'm sorting in a different way. I'm sorting based on my portfolio percentage gain or loss. So in my portfolio, Gilt is not the one losing the most based on the market. So that's something to have under consideration. So in my portfolio, the most important ones would be the ones with the biggest loss, perceptual loss. And in this case, it's Proto, but we took care of that yesterday. If we check out yesterday's video, the next one would be Neo. Neo is going down. So let's check for Neo. And where is Neo at the moment? Here, we see it right here. So Neo actually, post-market is going up. So we'll open Neo, take a look at it, see how is it going. Effective correctly, it's going up. So yesterday, sorry, before I said this was post-market, but this is just the percentage from yesterday. Yesterday it dropped minus 3.94%. And now pre-market is going up 2%. So it's recovering, so that's good. So at the moment, we know this didn't update, and eventually when it does update, this will be corrected, and we know will be okay. I mean, because if it's 2% up more or less, will be at minus 2% loss. The next one to check, it will be Cohen and Steers, and we go here and we find Cohen and Steers, I think is this one, CNS, Cohen and Steers. We open it Directly we can see the day, it's at the lowest from last day. It has been going on a downtrend, and post-market there was none, and pre-market there's none. So there's not going to be any information for us. And that's why it's good to check the pre-market, because it gives information on how the day is going to go. So at the moment, no information on that one, nothing we can do. I'm jumping back to the portfolio, and the next one is Tesla. Okay, let's take a look at Tesla. It's the biggest weight in our portfolio, so that's the most important asset we have. So at the moment, what can we see? We can see that it's going up, okay, and that's normally that should be percentual point. I don't see the percentage, but as you can see, change percent. So that's correct. It's almost 2% up. And yesterday there was some activity going on also at post-market, 1% up. So now you heard the bell, it just went off. So now we're open, the market is open, and we can check Tesla. I would have liked to check it before opening the market, and now it says negative. Okay, what's going on? Come on. It should have been a 2 plus. So minus, and pre-market it was plus. I don't understand. Okay, now I see 2 plus, and there we go. That's correct. So very good. And starts to go down. Okay, there we go. So, okay, let's keep an eye on Tesla and see what we do today. The strategy yesterday was to buy some shares, which we bought 7, and where is Tesla? Here, it's right here. So we bought 7 new shares, and the idea was to swing trade them through the day, and that didn't happen. Yesterday was a bad day for Tesla. I'm gonna jump directly into Tesla here, see how it starts. I'll put the 5-day to give a perspective, profile perspective of the last 5 days. It's been going around the 1,500 psychological limit. I mean, it's a resistance and a support, and it's blocking in both ways, and it's just moving sideways. So my previous theory, I'll go back, that was last week or the beginning of this week, was that we had what I called the triangle of Bermuda Triangle, and the possibility for Tesla to go back into the 1,000 level. And that's because there were a few gaps that you can see here. These jumps were in between 3 days, and it had 3 escalations, like poof, poof, poof. And that was due to the pre-market and the bubble, the FOMO, fear of missing out. People wanted to profit from Tesla going into the S&P 500, and that created a bubble, and that could have happened, and it might still happen, you never know. The market normally tends to fill in those gaps, and I call this the triangle, the Bermuda Triangle, because it was no one's lands, and we don't know what's going to happen there. So at the moment, not much activity going on. We can check the volume. It's 400,000, and that's just a starting point. And if we open the full graph, we can see more in detail. But yeah, it seems to be going down, and we'll see exactly what's happening in the 1 minute. Look at that. That's a big drop. I can see very negative volume. So if that entire volume is so negative, anything might happen. We might need to put a stop loss and sell some shares at a loss, but we'll see how big of a drop this is, because it might turn back and quickly. At the moment, it won't happen too quickly because the distance between the MACD and the signal is very big. The other indicator that will help us to see the momentum is going to be the RSI. And now the RSI is touching the bottom level, 20. That's a very good sign, because when that happens, traders know that they have to buy. It's the moment to buy. So, and that's what, look at that, that's what's happening, and that was very quick, huh? That was a quick reaction. People are buying, and normally they should recover, and the violet, the MACD, should start turning around to go back up. So already we start the day with a lot of volatility. We could check some of the indexes, the VIX. Let's see if we have the VIX. S&P is here, positive, positive, positive. I don't know if we have the VIX in there, but here we have a heat map of the futures, and we can see the VIX is negative, which is good. As you can see in the graph, yesterday it started going up. It reached the 30 level of the VIX I'm talking about now, and now it's cooling off. So that means volatility is going down in the market. That's a good sign. We can have a quick look at the futures, and we can see that in general it's pretty stagnant, not much of a change. We continue to see metals to be going down. And how about oil, cocoa? Crude oil is going up. Gasoline is going down. Heating oil is going up. So that's a bit the situation. And Dow Jones, S&P, and Nasdaq are going up. I see Nasdaq very green, which means that's going to be a good day for Tesla. So far, Tesla is still in the Nasdaq, and eventually it will soon be in the S&P 500 with the FANG. So here we have the S&P 500. I'm going to reload this, and so far it's not working. So we'll leave it right there. Okay, 15 minutes in, and Tesla is still dropping. And the rate is pretty slow. It has gone down only 1% ever since it opened, but it's trying to recover, but at the moment it's not recovering. So the MACD needs to cross the signal line in order for it to turn around. That's going to allow us to measure a bit the speed of recovery, and then based on that we'll be able to check the amplitude. So from the opening until 9:46 more or less, it was going down, and then we'll check how long it takes from 9:46 to recover to do the next change in direction. While that happens, we can take a look at NIO. NIO seems to be doing pretty good right now. But as you know, everything that goes up so quickly, it will come down. It's a bit the same situation as Tesla, but inverse. So now probably it would be a good moment to sell. We'll check that out and see, while this loads, we'll check NIO. I'm going to filter. Can I filter? No, I cannot filter. So we have NIO, which has in our portfolio a 3.5% loss. So the break-even, it's 1265. That's just break-even. So, but if we trade it today, if we swing trade NIO with the objective to buy more Tesla shares, we are 2,696 into NIOs. That could give us more or less, with what we have as a budget right now, it could give us 2 more shares of Tesla. But I mean, I'm not saying that's the objective for today. And what we'll do is go back to NIO. I'll close GLIT, and we'll go into NIO, check it out, and see. You see now it's starting to change. No, yeah, it's changing direction, but it didn't cross. So, but it's starting to go down. So it was at 1256, and now it's going down. So the opportunity is lost. We were too slow. It would have been good to sell at that point. I mean, it could still go up. It didn't cross, so we could put an order to sell at 12.55, let's say, and we could sell Neo, and we can sell half of the shares. So sell 130 at 12.55, day order, place order, and confirm. We view the order and we keep an eye on the range in which it's trading at the moment. That's really good information because sometimes the range is a lot bigger. Now there's not too much margin here, but you see it just went up 1 cent, so that means it's still going up, and it has some resistance, but yeah, I doubt it's gonna sell off. I doubt that. We will need to go down on price, but at the moment it's very doubtful. I'm going to reload this one. That gives us a perspective of the 5-day. So we'll click here, 5-day. I mean, we can see the 1-day too. You can see whoop, boom. So too late, too late. So by now what I'll do, since it's almost about to touch, the moment it touches, it's going to continue to go down. What I'll do, we'll leave the outstanding order open, but we'll put a higher price, let's say 13.55. So we don't have to create a new order there. We check out on Tesla, and Tesla touch, oh no, look at that, and touch back. So that's a really bad sign, because that means it's going to continue to fall down, and that's a really bad sign. Oh, that's it? Is it? No. Funny thing is that we had overbought situation here, and that didn't help new investors to buy at that low point, because there was so much volume, so much frenzy, that it continued to go down, and people didn't buy into it. The thing is that the drop was so fast in such a short period that, yeah, that was in 1 minute. In 1 minute, boom, it dropped 1%. So yeah, let's see in a minute or so where we are. Actually, look, it seems that it's bouncing back. Okay, there we go. If we take a look at the portfolio at the moment, we can see that Facebook is burning there. Look at that, 8% up. So we have a 400 profit, and it might be moment to cash out part of the profit. So we'll check on that at the moment. Regarding some news, I can see that the reason why Amazon, Facebook, and Apple are going up is because the number of users jumped. So, and that has to do because of the lockdown, and after hours on a strong beat. And I also saw about the earnings call we have here, but that's from June. That's the earnings call for the period ending June 30th. And the other thing I saw was the monopoly, the antitrust. Where is that? Okay. Yeah. Focusing on Facebook and Google's monopoly misses the point, and that's true. So here you can see the big jump of Facebook, around 8%. We'll go into more detail, and we can see how it's trading at the moment. We're in the 1 minute. I like to see the pre-market also. and we maximize this. There might be a big trade here, a big swing. Now would have been the moment to sell some of the shares at 250. We can still do that. We can do, we're at, because it's starting to drop, but are we too late here? Or it might go up more, we don't know. The fever behind it. Before making any irrational decision, I mean, let's take a look at Tesla. Look at that. It went down almost 1.5%. And I'm thinking probably it would be better to buy a couple more shares of Facebook. The moment it changes direction, buy. It looks like it wants to go higher up. If we look at how much it went down, if it's already turning here, and that took from here, from the highest point, it took more or less 25 minutes. And then from then, it took just, like 10 minutes to start turning. And the reverse was so quick that I believe I'm going to buy some. Just two, because I don't have the budget. I could sell some other shares to buy Facebook. That's another option. So we'll look into that. Since Facebook seems to be the winning horse of the day, so we'll do that. So here we're back, and I'm setting up an order to buy 8 shares of Facebook. And at the moment we're trading at 51.70. We'll leave it there, and we'll check 51.79 at the moment. Looks like it's about to turn, but it still didn't turn. And it's going down, so we'll keep it low until we see it's either touching or we really see that it wants to go back. 51.80. Okay, I'm gonna modify in the, we're talking about a few cents difference. Oh, this is not found. Okay, I think I just went through it. I don't know, I had it. No, okay, it just went through it. So at the low price we placed, so at 251.70, we bought 8 shares. The funny thing, I still have budget for more, but I think it's already pretty good. 8 shares, that's $2,000, and we still have a budget to do other transactions, so that's good. We'll leave it there. So if we sort by winners, let's say at the moment Facebook is the one. Before we bought the shares, we had $400 gain. At the moment it's down, so we need to wait until it goes back to the 8% range to be able to cash out. And probably will cash out around 450 or 500. That's if we don't see that there's a tendency to go up. We have to check out the trend. If there's higher lows and higher highs, that means it's going up. In that case, we'll just stick to it. My biggest concern is Tesla. Look at that. It's minus 4.5% in the portfolio, which represents a big loss. And it's continuing to drop and drop and drop. Look at that. It's falling like a rock from a cliff. Before we were gonna check what's the change, how fast it was gonna change from this point to this point, the direction, and that was is this correct? It's like 10 minutes only, and before it took 28 minutes to get to this point of change. So basically, Tesla is in a very steep downtrend, and I don't see the moment to sell right now because look how steep that is, and we've been too slow here. I mean, I think I'm gonna just sell some to be protected because it's not yet touching, but it's almost touching. So if it touches, that would be a good sign. People will enter and buy more. But right now it went down so much that we would lose around $20 per share, and we don't want to do that. So we will need to wait a little bit until there's another change or cross between the signal and the MACD. I'm back in Facebook. Still didn't cross, but you can see some recovery. And we bought at 251.70, which is the level at which we are right now. The lowest it got, it was 250.40. From the look of this here, it doesn't look like it's gonna rally a lot more. It looks more like it would like to go down. Normally when something goes up, it will go down quickly. So that's something to watch out for, and we'll check how big this amplitude is. Once it changes, we need to see. Let's see if we do a drawing here and with the doodle. So from here to here, and now we're going to check from here to around here. So you see the way going up, it's smaller than the way going down, which means that now we have to evaluate to compare the next up, see if it takes a long time to go up or not. That's going to help us decide which direction Facebook is taking. Besides that, now we're above the 200 moving average, which is good, but sometimes the 200 moving average becomes resistance, especially in a situation like this. It bounced from here, actually. That was a support, and if we get through it, it's going to be support again, but it doesn't seem to want to get through it. So if it does get through it, there's going to be a positive indicator. I'm back in Tesla. Here we can see that the RSI almost touched the oversold line. Tesla crossed several times. That's bad sign because it means it doesn't know what to do. Basically, it will move sideways, but I see a bigger tendency to go down than intention to go up. So that's a bit difficult at the moment. I mean, here it didn't cross, sorry. It looked like it barely touched. So the downtrend goes on, and now it's going into reverse because it just crossed. I'm going to maximize. Sometimes you see it like it crossed, but a minute later it didn't. Actually, this minute, because we're in the minute interval, it's getting created at the moment. So anything might happen. It looks like it's crossing, but this might just go down again. And that's what happened. Look at that. It crossed in and out, and continues to go down. really bad news. And Facebook is experiencing a similar situation as Tesla. Look at this. It looked like it was gonna cross, but it just didn't cross. There was a bottleneck and it started to open on the way down. So, yeah, that doesn't look good. And Neo, also, it's in a similar situation. It's going up, it's going down, up. It doesn't know what to do. What do you think? What is Neo doing? Okay, is it gonna go up? You're not saying anything. You're not talking to me. Are you pissed off at me? Come on, what's going on, man? Come on, we're trying to help each other here. Okay, so indecision so far. So you see some people try to go up, some try to go down, but it doesn't know where to go. The entire range here, it's very vague. Okay, and the reverse happened with Facebook. It finally crossed, and look at this, it did a double bottom here. And normally when you get a double bottom, it goes up. If we get a triple bottom, it's really gonna bounce up. Normally, I mean, and that's also in my opinion, and I'm not a financial advisor. I think I'm gonna stop here, and I'll get back to you in the next video. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and read the disclaimer, which I'm gonna put right now in the screen. Thanks.